Radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Radical Rapid Fire Combat Response for March 29th through the April 4th, 2021. Short comments, quick replies. Luke, it's eat C to get views by bashing someone who's on an upward trend, but it didn't work for you, man. Laughing emojis. Okay, it's eatsy to get views. Well, I don't care how eatsy it is to get views. I don't care how many views that upload has. I don't care if it has 10 or 10,000. I really, Luke, I don't give a flying fuck about views. I don't care if this gets a lot of views. I don't care about views. You're talking to a guy who has, I think, well over 1 million channel views at the moment from just sharing their thoughts on things. I think a lot of people would love to be in the position of a guy that just gets on YouTube and shares his just thoughts in these audios and has like over 1 million channel views, but I really don't care about it. Other people care so much about views, I just don't understand it. I don't. And, you know, I would say before you come by and you leave your laughing emojis to maybe get your words right there, Luke. Because if I could show this comment, people would be laughing at you. Yasato Marsh, you're just jealous because he's better looking than you. This is somebody, I think he left a comment on, doggone it. One of my Cody uploads, right? And the idea of jealousy, I hear it. Views, jealousy, same thing over and over again. But number one, I don't care about views. Number two, I'm not jealous of people. These people that I talk about, I'm not jealous of Boogie2988, not jealous of Review Tech USA. I mean, I can actually see my feet. You know, I have a nice flat toned stomach. You know, I'm looking at these biceps. I have a nice body. Okay. Now, Cody, Camelot331, he's not Review Tech USA. He's not Boogie2988. But, you know, he has some things he can work on. He's a bit chubby in the face, just to be honest. He's a little bit chubby in the face. And he kind of looks like Gomer Pyle, you know, and that voice and everything. Could you imagine me trading in this voice for, oh, shucks, doggone it. That'd be a fucking nightmare. So, yeah, jealousy. Sean A., why would anybody want the whole Wii library? There's a lot of shovelware, useless games. It seems compulsive. Well, a lot of collecting complete libraries seems compulsive. You know, I mean, a complete NES library. It's funny to me that Pat the NES Punk, for instance, just throwing that name out there, you know, he's proud of his NES collection, but it has Barbie in there. Does he ever put in Barbie? That's why I talk about usable collections. It's not a usable collection, all right? You know, but then people say, well, I don't know. I don't get the arguments for having complete collections. If there's crap in a collection, then you could get the crap out and say, well, this is a complete collection of what you should have, right? I don't get it. Eddie from Texas. If I had to buy one, the Galaxy Purple Amico is talking to me. You know what that Amico is saying to you, Eddie from Texas? Wait till I'm in the bargain bin. You can have me for next to nothing. That's what the Amico is saying to you, Eddie. Warehouse Dave. Subjective Dragon View. I see what you did there. You know, I was really shocked when I played that ROM. And, you know, I got a ROM folder full of SNES games. Never played Dragon View. I was shocked when it went into first-person view. First-person view in a Super Nintendo game. That shit just blew me away. And I know they had like Doom for the Super NES, but still, it was a pleasant surprise. I was waiting to get like jumped by some enemies though. Does that not happen when you're in first-person view? I'm not sure. Sean Turner, I was about to consider buying games through this, but this video warned me. You're a lifesaver. Yeah, a lot of people tell me that on my instagaming.com review of that website, you know. And since we talk about views, do you all know that that's my highest viewed upload right? Not talking about YouTubers, talking about and reviewing a website. So yeah, I shared my experience on that website, and I'm very glad that I am helping people to not buy anything on that website. Also, a lot of people testimonials under that video talking about how their codes did not work on that website. Martyville, what do you think about Bleach coming back? I didn't really like the last arc, but it started pretty good. I think it will be entertaining for some who aren't manga readers, but will disappoint people who expect a good ending or are into shipping certain characters. I'm beyond excited. Beyond excited, okay? I don't think I could be fair and objective because I'm a big fan of Bleach. I am. It's one of my favorite shonen animes. So many things I like about it. I'm really interested to see how they really translate some of those, because I've seen a lot of those fights, just into animation form. I'm just really excited. I don't know when. Do you know when it's going to drop? To a lot of people out there, like, what is Bleach? What are you talking about? What's Bleach? You owe yourself to at least maybe check out some of the best episodes, or look up top 10 Bleach fights, maybe on the YouTubes. And maybe you'll be interested in it too. It's just really, it's something a little different than something traditional like Dragon Ball. And it's great. I love Bleach. But the filler can be pretty bad. Yeah, it has some pretty bad filler and separate arcs. You want to stick to the main stuff. Awakening Bear. NGL, I want this system to do good just to spite Ian and Pat. Well, that's weird that you want the Amico to do good just to spite Ian and Pat. I don't really understand that. I mean, I get the idea is because you would like to see Pat and Ian maybe have to walk back a lot of what they said. But the thing is, I mean, Pat and Ian, I think they're, well, I haven't really heard a lot of what they have to say about the Amico, but you shouldn't just want one thing just to spite other people. Things should like succeed or fail based on the quality of, what they are, right? I don't really 100% agree with this, right? I mean, there's a lot of things to not like about Pat and Ian, but just for something to do good or not do good to spite other people, I never understood that. Arioka, I see your excitement about the Miku. I'm sure you have already pre-ordered all 5 color variants like myself. Well, I got a 6th one coming, and I'm going to custom paint that one, So I'm going to have a rare Amico. That might be worth a lot of money, right? Right? Yeah. George Alves, avoid worshiping any kind of human. We're deeply flawed beings. Admire from a distance. I 100% agree. You shouldn't worship human beings. We all have flaws. None of us are perfect, right? A lot of us strive to be perfect and strive for perfection. And it's ironic because as much as you strive to be perfect, you never will. You never will. Peter B., what another man does with his money is not your business. This is my actual reply to him. My thoughts are my own business. I think this was on a Radical Reggie hoarding upload, I think. I said, my thoughts are my own business. I share them on this platform just like Reggie does. There is zero difference. We are both public figures on a public platform, and anyone and everyone can feel free to discuss our uploads if they so wish on their own YouTube channels. Yeah, so there's an idea, right? All these people leaving comments. It's not that hard. Just start up a YouTube channel and give your thoughts, right? It's not that difficult. I can actually help and assist a lot of you that come here just angry and triggered. I'll help you create your YouTube channels. So then you can share your thoughts, right? And then people can judge you all on your YouTube channels. CPE 1704 TKS. Man, that rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Wild 9 is in my top 3 original PS games. I remember at the time thinking that it could be much more. Nice to hear they're doing a sequel, but what a missed opportunity. Should be on a PS5. Well, I do agree. The sequel should be on a PlayStation 5. It's a shame that Wild 9 is going to be on the Miku, but we should just be happy that we should just be happy that the Amiku is going to have something outside of maybe Earthworm Jim that people will really get excited about, April. Art Bell. This comment of the week needed to be called Amiku, the unlikely console. To Metal. Come on, Rick. A great and full assessment of what it can do sales-wise. The only part missed is a shot at landing in every institution, jails, hospital, military, nursery schools, churches, any spot that needs cuss, sex, and violence-free gaming. That one spot might land sales and allow it to break even or sell 100,000 and break even. You know, institution, jails, hospitals. I don't know if that's like the, I don't know if that's an idea. You know, sell it to churches. Like this is the 100%, you know, cuss-free, violence-free gaming thing. I mean, that's a smart strategy, I guess. If you want to be like the holy Christian console, maybe they could bring back Bible games, stuff like that. So at this point, he's got to find different markets to try to sell it to, I would say. Terry W. It's big tech and Gillette and Hollywood that are crybabies because we don't like their product. Boo-hoo. Anyway, I always dislike. Oops. Sorry, like your comment. Oh, Terry, make sure you hit the like, okay? That like, dislike, talking about YouTube and the dislikes. That one has 33 likes and 2 dislikes. Okay? My fragileness. Please. If that gets like more than 3 or 4 dislikes, I don't know if I'll make it through the day because I'm just so fragile. Curly Larry, it sounds like Radical Reggie hiding his sub count for some reason. I don't get why Radical Reggie still hides his sub count. You know, just come on, Reggie, come on. I think it's time. You can do it. Sorry, I got the sniffles this morning. Come on, Reggie, just, you know, reveal to people that you have 10 million subscribers. That's a shocker, right? Reggie probably has 10 million subscribers. You know, maybe Metal Jesus says, okay, I'm going to pay you money just to make sure that you don't show how many subscribers you have because it's more than I do. And, you know, I'm a little insecure about that. That could be the case, right? Mr. Bigglesworth, a barnyard emoji. Barnyard emoji. That's all it is. It's a barnyard emoji. Also, Mr. Bigglesworth, I wanted to say, has been on it. He's getting first on some of the videos. So, Captain Kirk, you know, be aware. Okay, Rusty Shackelford, be aware. Some of you that usually get first, be aware. Mr. Bigglesworth is in town with his barnyard emojis. Failsafe Dictator says, Rick, go to Nintendo's YouTube and check out their latest video about Monster Hunter Rise. You will notice 2 people who are part of Spawnway's weekly podcast, Spawncast, are on there. Now, how can Spawnway defend having 2 Nintendo ambassadors on their podcast for legit gaming discussion? Is this not biased? Spawnwave credibility is gone. Yeah, I saw the Player Essence on there, and I don't know who the other one is, but it's weird. It's definitely in conflict if you have these people actually on Nintendo's own channel, because these people, well, they play ball. But in the case of Player Essence, I think he is like just a giant shill for Nintendo. I think he's a giant shill for Nintendo, from what I do know. Mechazaus. Jason's still trying to keep that Best Buds vibe strong in hopes that viewers won't notice that Reggie is already on a different path and not looking back. Unless, hey buddy, you're the greatest. If I give you $3,000, will you be on a new Pickups video with me? It goes both ways, MGR. Sometimes people have to pay to be on your channel for exposure, and sometimes you have to pay them for more views. I wonder if there's like a deal. You know, maybe he says, hey Reggie, you know, I'll give you such and such money if you come by the apartment and do a Pickups video with me. I wonder how that is right now. You know, and I'm not saying that they don't have the kind of friendship to where one just might drive 2 hours out of their way to come and do a Pickups video, but I wonder, you know, I think I would at least give Reggie some gas money if he goes over to do a Pickups video. You know, it's a 2-hour drive, right? He should get about, you know, what, $500, $600 for that, right? Awakening Bear, The Return, did they leave? The Return, what are you talking about? Which video? The Return, oh, okay, you're talking about the Radical Reggie and Metal Jesus. Well, they didn't leave their channels, but I'm talking about just returning to doing the Pickups videos together, because it's very important, right? I mean, they still pick up videos and play the show and tell on their own channels, but you see, when they get together and they do the fisting, And then they do the fisting and show off videos, and that's epic. Yeah, they got to do it together. The Winged Avenger. MGR has friends in low places, like on the floor without a bed spring. Man, that's something. That's something. That's a zinger there, Winged Avenger. That's a zinger. Venom Hernandez. So it was a lie. I can't remember where this was from. It was a lie. I'm assuming you're talking about Dreamcast guy. I don't know. I clipped it, Venom M Hernandez, and I'm behind this morning. I don't know. I got real life stuff to do. So come by Venom M Hernandez and tell me which upload you left this on. I got no time to edit this out. I'm sorry. I don't have a memory. I'm just assuming it's something about Dreamcast guy. Albert Menendez. Dude, Areobiz. I'm a huge fan of classic Koei games, Uncharted Waters, Nobunga's Revenge, and Romance of the Three Kingdoms. I haven't played any of those games. I play a little bit of Areobiz. It's okay. I don't know if it's really my cup of tea, but I'm really happy that you're excited and you're a huge fan of Koei games. I know a lot of people probably are. Dumez. I've never heard them thank the patrons for buying their games. I've never heard them thank the patrons for buying their games. Yeah. That's interesting. They thank the patrons for, helping with the channel, helping grow the channel. But I think it'd be different if they just got on the video and said, hey, thanks everybody for buying our games. Then people would be like, wait a second, we're just buying their games. We're not even helping grow the channel. Or, extend and put money to the channel. Just honesty is what I'm saying. If they just come out and they show a game like, hey, thanks, you bought this for me. Then people be like, they would feel a little stupid, I think. I think they would. But people feel like, hey, we're helping grow and contribute to the channel. I'm like, no, not exactly. In 99% of cases, you're just helping them buy games for themselves. Blade Brown. Come on. Why no cowbell? Repville. Why go back to this vertical controller? There's a reason we migrated to a horizontal controller. The Intellivision had the second biggest piece of shit controller next to the 5200. Yeah, I'm simulating using a Amico controller right now. I'm holding my TV remote sideways. Man, what a trash concept. It's 2021, right? We evolved to, handles on a controller. We evolved to that. So, gotta have the handles, or at least maybe stick-on handles, where somebody could stick on plastic handles, right? Gonna make us pay $250 for a console and make us use a TV remote? Yeah, come on now. Cam F Network TV, Fire Pro Wrestling World. I'm interested in the Earthworm Jim sequel, but I'll wait until the system ultimately fails because it was overpriced and the game gets launched on Steam or Twitch. I'd be lying if I said I think that game is going to stay exclusive to the Amico. That money is going to be put into it with the idea that it's going to be exclusive on the Amico. Not if the people that make the game really want to make a lot of money. To Druzus. Game Boy Color came out in late 1998. Booger Man was released in 1994. I never owned the game, but I rented it. My cousin and I spent a few hours on it together during that time. The farting animation to this day still cracks me up. It's pretty funny. And thank you for correcting me, because this is a good example of correction. And I ask, hey, correct me in the comment section down below. Apparently Game Boy Color, that version of the game, the Shrek game came out 4 years after Booger Man, which was released in 1994. Rusty Shackelford. Leave my buddy Kirby alone. Kirby is the victim here. Little Puffball is trying to enjoy some time in the sun until some asshole ruins it, so Kirby is just getting back at those assholes. Honestly, Kirby wouldn't result into murder if those jerks didn't go around attempting to control Dreamland. I'm just going to humbly say, Rusty, I think there's ways to get around something other than eating and, murdering people, which is one and the same in the case of Kirby. And I don't think he was always a monster, but sometimes situations can turn you into a monster, right? I just don't think it's it's a positive image for the children who play Nintendo, right? I don't think it's setting a good example. So I'll leave it at that. I think Kirby needs to really change his ways. I mean, fucking eats people, Rusty. He fucking eats people.